10 years ago, I started watching anime. At first, it was just something cool to watch, something different. But 2 years later, I was fully hooked. That was probably the peak of how much I enjoyed anime in my life. I used to get completely lost in the stories, the worlds. It was more than just watching a show. It felt like I was actually there with them, like I was part of their group, like their school was mine too. Back then, I didn't really have friends, no one to talk to, no one to hang out with, just me and the screen. But somehow, anime made that okay. It filled the silence. It made me feel like I wasn't completely alone. And honestly, I didn't even think of it as being lonely. I was just living in those worlds instead of my own. A couple years later, I went to college. That's when things changed. I met people. I made some really good friends. I had a social life for the first time. I was busy, laughing, making memories in real life, instead of just through a screen. And during that time, I kinda stopped watching anime as much. Not because I didn't like it anymore, but because I didn't need it the same way. Fast forward to now. Life happened, people drifted, some friendships faded, and somehow, I ended up back where I started. I still talk to a few people here and there, but most of my days are quiet again. I'm alone, more often than not. And guess what came back with that? Anime. I've been watching a lot more lately, and those old feelings, they came back too. That same weird connection to characters, like they're real people in my life. Like I'm actually part of something again. I watched Rascal Does Not Dream of a Girlfriend 2 weeks ago, and I swear that show broke me a little. It left me feeling so heavy and sad for days, like I had gone through something real with them. At first I thought, maybe it was just a really good show, but then I watched more, and that deep feeling kept coming back. The fun, the sadness, the comfort, all of it, and I started to realize, maybe it's not just the shows, maybe it's me, maybe it's the loneliness. Life's not that exciting right now. It's hard, it's quiet, and it feels like something's missing. Anime's become that thing that fills the empty space again, just like it did 10 years ago. When no one's around, those characters make me feel like someone is there, like I'm part of something, even if it's not real. So, yeah, I think the best way to enjoy anime is being lonely. Not because it's fun to be alone, but because when you are, anime becomes more than just entertainment. It becomes a world where you matter, where you're seen, where you're not just some quiet person sitting in a room by themselves. You're with them, and somehow that makes it hurt a little less.